all the Xenoxis. This is Xenoxis show for the 3rd of August 2025 of Final Fantasy 12. I think where we left off. Is this open now then? Or is this still rusted? No security lock. So I'm guessing there's a certain black thing that you need to get. Okay, so I have 59 here. Yeah, let's get the more expensive one then, boom. I get this. That's numerology. There are some interesting things we can do, of course, because I'm trying to think about, like, is there, for example, is there like a, you know, okay, I'm out of coffee now. It's just a little bit left at the bottom. I'm trying to make sure that a certain part of the coffee doesn't like dry into the mug and stuff there, because then it becomes way harder to clean. Stuff that, of course, yeah. Hopefully that's not a lot of dust in it. Drinking coffee. I don't know if it's just like that, if it's just random what a treasure can be, or if a treasure can be higher level once you are high level or something like that, or maybe you have to get a certain chain going or whatever, because yeah. Of course, if you only have one character, for example, then you can do Lightning Fang. Isn't that like very, very good? Because I don't remember how high chance certain things had to show up. Stuff that, you know. Because battle items are, of course, like very, very powerful indeed and stuff that. And I forgot, but I think there is a certain point in the game, like once they actually start selling some of the battle items. Okay. Echo herbs. We can get wizard here actually. Oh, wind stones. I think not to the maximum for some reason. Because of a lot of like Final Fantasy 12 that get really powerful has to do like with rare loot and stuff that, you know. I only got the loot in this town, by the way. See? Should I continue on the main quest then maybe? Now, the good thing, for example, if you say, for example, you make everyone a knight, for example, knight of course gets access to heavy armor, you don't get access to any light armor at all. Main problem is, of course, is with heavy armors, you don't get like the HP increase and stuff that, and of course that is where the great swords are. And stuff that, but yeah. For example, there are of course max health here and stuff that as well, which are very, very important to get access to and stuff that, because yeah. There is of course something you get to when the game get access to it, or if it's used that you need to, get one of the limit break things or limit break-esque style moves. If you need to get to, for example, red spiral or whatever it is, but yeah. Whatever they call on the other characters and stuff there, but if I remember correctly, right, that when you get certain licenses, for example, if I would get to this red spiral or this red spiral, I would only unlock a certain part of the board, and it would remove the other red spiral, it would be called something else. So I thought that there was a limit to how much of the board you can get access to, of course, obviously depending on the class that you are. Okay, so we start pointing out from that. Okay. I don't do that. But yeah, and if you're on your own, of course, it's much easier. Of course, you can use the deactivated gambits or whatever, right? You know, and stuff. So yeah, you know. Because, for example, every 10 is kind of when it upgrades. Like once it gets to 10, you know. Yeah, because there is all kind of more like a silver medal-esque looking thing and stuff that, but of course, yeah. Remember to not touch the thing in the combo just to continue on. Because I don't think it gets reset by entering like a safe place or whatever. I don't think that resets the combo. I think it's specifically if you touch a safe crystal. I was really hoping we were going to find a wolf to so we can see if the combo is still going on. Did go to reset. Well, there's the dino big guy. Okay, why isn't he aggressive? I'm just gonna test how much damage I do to him. Lightning mode. On my way, please. Yeah, so we ended up using the thing there. It didn't seem like it did that much damage, but I do remember that I did get an item at one point that actually did a lot of damage to him and stuff like that. The question is though, how many enemies are immune to like banish and stuff with warp mode? Because imagine, right, if there was something that I could actually kill with the warp mode that weren't like immune to the effect. Because you might say, for example, the best thing could be to get like a spellcaster or whatever. But even if you have a spellcaster, right, just because you get access to that, to like if you, for example, get the license for some high-end spells, for example, let me show you what I mean. For example, go in on licenses, go in here, choose, for example, choose a Black Mage, boom. For example, okay, Black Magic here, Black Magic 2, Black Magic 3, Black Magic 4, Black Magic 5, Black Magic 6, Black Magic 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Scourge and Flare, 13, I think Scourge, right, is that not it? That can be the maximum, like 13 cannot be the last one, right? Staff of the Mage Guide, that's interesting. It looks like 13 would be the maximum here, actually looking from this. But I'm pretty certain that one of these spells are like the death spell or whatever it is. I forgot if it's Gate or if it's Scourge. Because yeah, there is a certain spell that is supposed to be like the death spell basically and stuff like that. Because of course if you get access to a death spell, that changes out. Time magic. Curious what to do. Time magic 1, time magic 2, time magic 2 vanish. Gravity and haste. But there's still only 4 time magic really. Time magic 5. Okay. Stop and bleed. Time magic breaking countdown. Float and berserk. Vanish again warp. That's how late warp is. Reflectega and Soga. Can have again Hastega. Green magic, bubble and siphon. Rain and reverse and decoy and oil. For breaker, of course, gets access and stuff like that, and hammers. I wonder if the machine is similar to the one that's in. And they actually get access to measures as well. I wonder do we go and do that now? Yeah, maybe we do actually. I want to test how far in those caves we could survive. It's the question, of course. Obviously, for example, if we would, for example, all go knights, we would be able to have like shields and stuff that, and then you could have like a chance to block and stuff that. Like you can get like way more tanky with that, you know, and stuff that. Because yeah. Of course, certain, of course. Also, for example, like accessories that are really powerful. Your battle harness is obviously very, very good. Can't with weapon in hand. Meaning you know. Because I believe counterattacks cannot miss. If I remember correctly, so even if something, because usually the main problem is if something is high level and you, the reason why you often cannot kill it is because you're gonna keep missing and stuff that. It's getting a bit toast now. I haven't taken any water in a while, so. You change your shop yet here? Now you're just selling the weaker stuff, but you have katanas here. But that's it's, you know, it's not the best katana or anything, like it's just a tier 1 katana, but still. Ten stones. You can see, for example, that selling stuff is a good way to actually gain money and stuff that. And yes, he starts with, of course, the Mithril sword and stuff that and everything, but yeah. Now, theoretically, because of the way the monks work, of course, means that you don't have to be like, you don't have to like, that's the thing with other classes, for example, that okay, like even if you get, for example, the license to get like the claymore, for example, if you get, for example, if you go knight, you go here and rush towards getting the great sword, great, but then you actually need to get your hands on the great sword. But with monk, for example, like, yeah, I can get this battle lord here, get the numerology, and then continue on getting battle lord here, for example, and then battle lord here, battle lord here, battle lord. Yeah. And of course you can get stuff like wither there and stuff that you lower for strength and stuff that, you know, and other stuff. Monks also get very tanky because, you know, like, monks only have light armors. How does monks tank? Oh, monks gets a lot of health. Now, sadly, trying to, of course, avoid like safe areas can be a bit of a difficulty at times, you know. But then does that mean that it gets reset from touching a save crystal or not? I mean, most save crystals are in safe zones, so still, you know. Because that's the real power of steel, in my opinion. Is the fact that yes, we can get access to some really pretty powerful gear, or rather that we can get access to a lot of like stuff that we can sell. Sometimes you can get like really rare stuff from stealing as well. The other thing is, I know that the place that we fly to, for example, I believe that has the next tier of stuff as well, so you want to have a lot of cash before you reach that spot, and maybe even respec. We'll see. Sadly, of course, once we go there, we cannot go back to the other place. Correctly. So you can see on tougher enemies is really great because he will often get to steal once at least. Okay, gets to steal again there because they haven't done enough damage soon. Okay, fine, let's just kill everything. We don't have any high potions right now. Yes, 13k. We're pretty close now, getting level 12 there. I think the high tile might even be higher than what the dinosaur is actually. Potion. I'll do potion 1 as well. Another potion. Just want to make sure that we're at a lot of health here. Oh, and then we reset so we can get a lot to save here. Maybe I'm gonna turn off the stealing here. I'm gonna prioritize that, start attacking. Can we kill you actually? No, probably cannot. Please run. Another please. Gambits off. Gambits off, gambits off, gambits off. Because you can just turn them off. Because that just makes things easier to loot here. Okay, we cannot go further there. Potion. Oh dear, potion 1 and power potion 1 as well. Okay, get the item here. Gold needle. Oh, that's nice. Because gold needle is of course obviously the...
It cannot end us.
Wow, they do a lot of damage actually. Yeah, I thought there would be something there. I wonder if there can be gear drops here though. Baltic can poison himself. So, did we get stuff here? Firefly? Okay, Firefly is actually the thing that can lock you to level block level 0 and stuff like that, but the Firefly can be sold of course as well. Or actually quite a bit of cash. Okay, so that's the only thing really we can do in the cave. Sadly, we cannot get to more of it. Gambits on. Yoink. Gambits on, Gambits on, and Gambits on. I've been all my entire run. Please don't tell me he will chase me in here. Oh, it's not a handkerchief. Handkerchief is of course oil, and yes, don't petrify from the gold needle. Okay, good. He got a level there. Also, you can kind of get more HP from this. And I can get some more here with the Battle Lord. Yes, now he has 1,000 health already. So that seems pretty good. Now, of course, the gold needle is actually very powerful, especially since you need it on that one very specific fight. It's an alpha wood fight. Yeah, there are of course certain small areas that doesn't seem to do much, but if I remember correctly, there's a specific hunt that you go for in that small area. That's why that kind of exists there. And this connects to that, right? Yeah. And then of course you cannot get past that place over there. The thing over there, the glowing ball thing. That ball thing is scary. There is a way to kill it though, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I should have actually tested the warp mode. Because I mean, if you could banish those enemies inside a cave, even if there's a very, very low chance, right? Because, right, if something says resist, that means, what if they resist it and stuff that, you know. But if it says something else, for example, if it just says miss, that means that it has an actual chance to succeed, if I remember correctly, because they of course tell you certain things, because steel. It's a bit crazy though with the damage we're dealing currently and stuff that, you know. I think to note also, for example, if you're using, say the skill tree, what was it, if you're using Shikari, for example, then actually speed affects your damage, and I don't know if it's only damage with like daggers, or if it's also like damage with say, for example, with ninja swords as well. Because it's basically the speed that desires the quote-unquote the damage and stuff that. So the higher your speed stat is, you know, the better. There's first aid, by the way, on the board. First aid is over here. Yeah. He already has first aid. Do not have first aid, and Bars does not have. Bars has a link to it here, so he could easily learn it. Because first aid, of course, as it reads, for example, like it has to be. Wow, really? Because it needs to be like that for it to work properly. Arrow stores HP to 1 HP critical allies or HP critical, because that's our status counts as. Because yes, I don't have access to first aid on this character, but yeah. Yeah, it will show all the ones that I've gotten and stuff that's a dark. Aquara, for example. Aquara, of course, indicates that it's a very, very strong water spell, like that's not the regular luck, you know, because it's It's why the first stage is of course pretty decent and stuff that, but of course it should only be on like epic critical characters and stuff that. So yeah. So that's when it's less than 70%. Maybe I should have it on 80% instead. Stuff that because cure doesn't only cures a very small amount of course, obviously. And also, of course, you can have like a cure when it's like 80%, and then when it's 60% cure or whatever, you know, and stuff that, so on and so forth, you know. We'll see. Oh, yeah, he has more thing. I'm not in critical state yet though, because critical state is costing slow. That's also free. I hate sometimes the fucking camera angles. Sometimes it's so annoying when you begin running and then you're automatically locked on an enemy, so then the way you run makes no sense. I want to make sure that he gets to use first aid actually. So the first aid is not very effective healing at all. I mean, we can just flee until we release the safe here, but yeah. Many travelers out here, yeah. I think I have 2 wolves, you can shoot only 1 on. It's all good. Oh, gift shield. Oh, guild shield. Oh, that is. Oh, buckler, okay. Yeah, that wasn't a shield that you get access to right with I wanna check here. Because when I was Shikari, I never got to equip the shield. It's bronze and round shield because they don't get access to level 1 shields for whatever weird reason. So yeah, so bronze and round shield, okay. So that's buckler, yeah, that's also level 1 style shield. I forgot how exactly it was that you did it. And stuff like that, you know. There's not something like that used. And it's not used like ho activate this now. You need to use Libra to find traps. Now the question now is though, do we go for yeah, succulent fruit is actually from them. Man, the succulent fruit is actually worth a lot though. They actually might be worth farming actually for the succulent fruit because the succulent fruit is worth a lot. There's a high potion. Of course, one thing that also becomes very, very useful eventually that monks also get access to is of course where is it? It's further here, right? Yeah, potion law 2. I already have one of the potion laws then. Where is the first potion law? Oh, we're taking the first potion law. Nah. Well, where's the first potion law? Hello, potion law? Because there shouldn't be like level 2 first. Potion law level 2 is here. That's probably... Yeah, potion law 1 is there. So potion law 1 is there. Potions restores more HP. Potions restore more HP. But I believe it's... Oh, yeah, Phoenix lore is that. I mean, it's that you can rest people with more health and stuff like that, because, yeah. Wow, 500 there. Health. Yeah, because the potion lore is, of course, very, very powerful. Don't underestimate the potion lore, man. Because the potion lore, I believe, also affects high potion. It's not just regular potions. Because, yeah. Like, so what is it? They heal 120. But then I forgot exactly how much it is with the potion lore. Increases it by, but yeah. Och det är såna allrunor. The best thing, of course, about the next area, for example, is that there are some humanoid-esque enemies there that actually are very, very easy to chain together and stuff like that, and then you can make basically a massive chain. Because then you want to make sure that your party members only have like that you make sure that your party members have the, you know, have like to attack the party leader instead of only as visible for like party leaders target basically, so that they will only target whatever you target and stuff like that. So yeah, you know. Another Aldrin. Yeah, let's say potion one. For 50, did I get one yet? Don't know. The potion, or as we said, is over there. Just that, and that requires 60. There's also a potion over there we can get. So I've only seen 2 potion laws so far, so potion law 1 and potion law 2. I haven't seen any potion law 3 though. Where is potion law 3? Yeah, maybe it doesn't drop the succulent fruit very, very often or whatever. That's often the case, that it doesn't drop very often, but still. Okay, bowgun. That's interesting. That's very nice. I mean, we can be at this point and we can have over 1000 HP already. That feels actually pretty good. Oh. I forgot if all, or if most enemies can eventually have weapons or armor that you can steal from them or whatever. But often those still counts as quote-unquote being rare steals or whatever, right? But yeah. But I forgot if it was in this one. Was it in Final Fantasy 12? That was the thing. Because I thought there was something that had to do with the more you steal, the better you get at it, or something like that. That there is a hidden steal thing. And I don't know if you can get the whole wood that affects your steal, if you can get that thing early and stuff like that or something. Okay, I have 50 now. So get that. We got on that. And then we get a 35 one, and then we can get the potion of 1 there. And then you need to go to get that. We get potion of 2. I'm gonna get numerology here, so that becomes available. I can get potion or 2 here on him. Yes, I want to check actually how much they heal for in comparison. Okay, 156 from 120, 20, 30, 140, 150, so 36 more healing. That's actually quite significant. And that's only with one of the lore, so with potion lore 2 specifically. So I'm guessing it stacks of course with potion lore 1. But is it the same amount? Is every potion lore the same strength? Is it 36 each time? Because then it's okay, 36 times 2. So then it's over 60, it's 72, right? So 72, right? Yeah, 72 extra healing. So instead of 120 plus 72, you get 192 healing instead. And that just is like right because it's 450, right? Or something from a high potion. So now the question is, does a high potion get affected by it, or is it only regular potions? Because because I'm gonna say so one doesn't get affected by it. No, he's still 120k. Can also get over there, and there's a small area as well. I want to reach level 14 with him and level 13 with the other two, actually. If possible. I feel because of the way that they work that they're not reliant, okay? Means that you can get way more high damage than with other weapons just because of the way the monks works. Oh, didn't need to do it like that. That's only 35 and then 20 to get to that. Oh, there's the cockatoos. Yeah, the money is of course very, very important, depending on of course what classes you choose to be, because later on gear starts getting very, very expensive very, very quickly and stuff like that. All the drop potion on and Lars do the same thing. Or actually I cured it twice with him actually. It's a bit odd. So now we're getting very close and getting the level up. And if I remember correctly, there are actually some high level gear we could have drop as well in certain locations. Because I'm pretty certain that I read somewhere, and I don't remember if that's have to do like with fighting the higher level enemies or whatever. If it has to do with like fighting the dinosaur or whatever. Because yeah. Let me check here. Yeah, because I want to go over to the other one here. And of course the treasures do have a chance to be also a rare treasure. I don't think it has to do anything with you having to get a large combo to get or whatever, right, you know? But it might also be that, oh, sell certain amount of certain treasures and then we can like get more and more stuff on the bazaar or whatever, you know. Because if I remember correctly, there are some great swords, for example, you can technically get from the bazaar. And of course, if there are some great swords we can theoretically get from the bazaar, for example, that means that you could quote-unquote get the claymore like really early on then. So basically you would choose knight, and then the goal is to get over there to reach the claymore, stuff that. You might say, oh, but our shield is always better and stuff that, but the thing is the claymore can use to do so much damage, especially if you have several characters with it all hitting at once. Of course, the main problem with that setup is, of course, that not yet. Can get access to 2 there. Because I need that, and then I can get the first portion over there. I'm curious what was in that area, by the way, or if we actually did explore it before. We will see what's there anything special here. That's a... I don't know if we can defeat that yet or not. That's doing a lot of damage actually to us. Run. I don't know if that was a specific attack that did so much damage or if it was, you know. I'm much closer now to level up. Okay, to 40, 22, okay. But yeah, anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed this and stuff that, and I'm just gonna go back to Urbanasta now and stuff that, and then do the save there and stuff that. But I hope you all have enjoyed this, and this has been part 3 or part 4 or whatever it is. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time.